Evening, everyone. We are back for round 5 of the Porsche Cup here at Interlagos. Let's hope that the gremlins from round 4, before we had our little break, have successfully gone away, and we have a much better quality stream tonight. So welcome along, everyone. A couple of people in the chat already. Nigel Mansell, great to be back. Have a good race, everyone. We've got Temp watching all the way over from Bulgaria. So if you haven't already, everyone, please hit the like button. Let's try and get over that 20 like threshold as quickly as possible, as we're just waiting for one person to join in the room, because we'll send them the lobby code. Now we've got Irish in the chat. We are back. If that we are. We've got St. Dancer. Hello, good luck, everybody. Good to be back. It is good to be back. Don't get me wrong, my holiday was incredible. But it is good to be back and doing this. And as I said, I've played around with the settings. I've spent quite a lot of the day today going through the settings on Streamlabs. So hopefully, everything should be good and back to normal with no horrible screen quality that we had for Brands Hatch. As I think this is the last person coming into the room now. Mario in the chat saying evening. And you can hear my dog barking in the background as well. So let's have a look at the from round 4. So bottom half of the table, Stead there in 15th, Suck on the Grid in 14th, Racelord in 13th, Corky in 12th, Wacky in 11th. Then there's a bit of a points jump up to Stewboy in 10th, Beefy in 9th, then with Sprinkler there in 8th, only 2 points ahead of the other 2 drivers there. Then 2 points to Johnny in 7th, Watsy there in 6th, only a point separating Watsy and Johnny. And then it's Lee in 5th, Nigel Mansell in 4th, only 2 points behind those two as well. Great battle between them at Brands Hatch last time out. And then a little bit of a jump then to Denox in 3rd, Temp in 2nd. It is missing tonight as well, because he's well on holiday. And then Alex in the lead of the series by 3 points. They're in first place at the moment. Now, what we will see is after tonight, because we are halfway through the series, the drop rounds will come into effect. So the drivers will no longer have their worst scoring round counting towards their series points. So that will come into effect after tonight's race. So next week, when you tune in next week, we will have a little bit, we'll mix things up a little bit, because there are some drivers like, for example, Temp, who's missed a round. Obviously he's going to miss 2, but obviously everyone will lose their worst score. So it's going to affect some drivers more than others. There are drivers in the second half of the table that have missed a couple of rounds, so that will hopefully bring them back into it slightly as well. So that will be, as I've said, the end of this round. That will be taken into account, but it is looking very tight in the series. Well, definitely doesn't look like we're going to have any rain here. It's clouding over a little bit, but I don't think we're going to have any rain here tonight. So we're just waiting for Racel to check in. He is here. He's just on his way. He's just messaged me. So we're just waiting for him to look. Let's have a look at some messages on this. So Mario saying good luck everyone racing tonight. Mario just 2D flex, so he'll be back here in the GR3 Masters. So expect to see good things from Mario tonight in Porsche around this track. We've got Jeffrey there saying go Sprinkler. So part of the Sprinkler fan club. Tune in every week and watch. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching again. So, just whilst we're waiting for race order to get subject, what did everyone make of the 24-hour and the noise strike? I think everyone's hero of the event was that Dacia that was come round. Gutted, obviously, for Max Verstappen's team and Super GT is also as well. Someone that built the racing career playing this game. Was doing really well. They were leading their class until it went a little bit wrong for them, unfortunately. We've got 4 likes on the stream at the moment. Come on, guys, get that like button. There's a lot more than 4 of you watching. You can just hit that like button. There's a massive way at helping the stream get out there. So if you can just take 2 seconds just to hit that like button, it goes a massive way. And also check out what's his other thing sponsor the series as well, as you can see on the screen there. So go and check them out. Ironically, What's is racing tonight and part of Academy Esports. Right, let's get a little ready in there for the guys. And I will just message Racing again on the display line. Hurry up. You're all there in the chat saying hello all, hello Stuart, how are you doing? Obviously, if that not any drops in the quality score, if someone would let me know in the chat. I said I don't think there will be, but I've gone through every setting under the sun imaginable to make sure that doesn't happen again. Because round 4 was painful from my side, so it's been even more painful from your sides. So just whilst we're waiting for race order to check in, let's have a look at some of these cars on the track. Let's just get a read of the names as well. So there is Nigel Mansnail coming around. It's a little bit hazy here tonight. Oh, he's gone off. Ooh. Wants to get that back in and get them prepared for the start of qualifying. There's D-Lock just coming through. So I'm good series so far in the Porsche Cup and in the GR3 Masters. There's Alex, current series leader in the Porsche Cup. And he extended lead in the series here tonight. There's Stead coming on through. There is Sprinkler parked up. The old Lightning McQueen livery. Number 95. There is stuck on the grid. So back after missing a couple of rounds. And then I think everyone else up in the pits. Is Racing back? Yes, he is. Right. Let's just make sure he is in here. Yeah, he is. Right. Let's get qualified underway. Now. Just Sanders from the chat. Let's get the qualifier underway here. Round 5 around Interlagos. So 5-minute qualifier, followed by a 15-minute race. No tyre wear. Soft tyres for all of the drivers. So let's see what these guys can do. Who's going to be the first one? See Racing going down the pits there. Sprinkler and Wacky going out as well there. We've got Deluxe's waiting. So let's jump on board. Where's he gone? There he is. Here comes Sprinkler out of the pits. He's got Academy Esports car. They're all coming out nose to tail, but they will create some space after they come out of the pits. Sprinkler thinking about making moves there. They just need to create themselves a nice bit of space. Because now, there's no rules around slipstreaming or anything like that in qualifying. If you catch up to the back of someone, that's your own problem. Likewise, if you catch up to the back of someone, you go to overtake them and then you hit them off, that's on you as well. So you need to really think about, is it really beneficial to get that slipstream? As you can see, Sprinkler's slowing down now to create a bit of space at the front. Now, who is the first one to come on round? It is Mr. Nigel Mansell. So we will stay on board with Nigel. He's got Alex just behind him. So we'll see what Nigel can do on his first flying lap. The guy should get 2, maybe 3 flying laps in that 5-minute period. Through the centre S as he goes. A little bit of curve there on the exit. Seems to have got away with it pretty well. As he heads down towards the lakes, that famous corner where Lance Stroll cracks here on his way to the grid on the formation line, and then drove it into the gravel and got himself stuck. What would Formula 1 be without Lance Stroll and his anti-tech? Nigel Mansell looks like doing well here on this lap. Into one of the heavy braking zones on the track. It's going to take the curve on the inside, and then just going to get right on the curve here, and then just let the car run out one moves that like he does. Great side on camera shot there. And then it's really just one braking zone left to go. You can brake really late in this corner around the 50 board, which it does, into the braking zone, get the car turned in, and then it's just power up the hill. The first flying lap of the qualifying. Let's see what he can do as he heads towards the line. And it's going to be... He's hugging the wall. 31.950. Alex crossed the line with 32.615. He's going to cross the line. 33.317. Johnny crossed the line at 33.7. Next up it's Racewell. So at the moment Nigel Mansell has got that qualifying pole position there. As we see, Wacky is up into third. What a lap there from Wacky. Up into third place. Racewell crosses the line. He's the 1.45, so he's right the way down that way. So look, who's fell down to let cross the line. Stuck in the goes up to 5th place. That's one tight qualifying line from 3rd all the way down to 8th. That is 4 tenths separate by Sprinkler needs to improve on here. There's one more pass across the line. Who's got to cross the line? And that is Deluxe. And he goes into 2nd place. Not too far behind Nigel, but Nigel's still on pole at the moment. Now, Sprinkler, let's see when we get him from the sector here. He's down in 8th at the moment. Missed out by the margins to 7th. His first flying lap. See if he can do it in this 2nd lap. Can he improve and get himself up the field a bit more? Moves out the way and lets Stead through. So he's on slow lap. Yeah, Sprinkler 4 seconds down. Let's soon go for that sector as Alex does improve and gets himself, stays in 3rd, but gets closer to Deluxe and Nigel Mansell. So Sprinkler's going to start flying up now. Nothing if we move towards Johnny. So Stead is 6th at the moment. And is Stead going to Schoolboy improve because of that flat? Stead goes up to 4th place. And Racewell goes on board by 1/10 of a second now. I don't think Sprinkler, did he get an extra lap in? No, he's finished. He's done in 10th. Wacky is up there. Watts, he's finished. Stewboy is finished. I think everyone's who's still going on some of them. So Nigel has got Nigel is yet to come through. So let's see what Nigel can get out of this. He did get an extra lap in. He was at thought the front runners might potentially get 3 laps in. Best of luck, says Stead. Quality. Could be that qualifying lap for Stead up in 5th. Right, so let's see what Nigel can do. Alex crossed the line behind him as well. So here comes Nigel. Can he take pole? Cross the line. Stays in position. D-Locks has finished, and we won't get another lap from D-Locks. And Johnny crosses the line. He stays in 6th. Lee crosses the line. He stays in position. I think the last one across the line is stuck on the window. It's not even stuck on the grid. It's been Stewboy, but no changes there between any of the drivers on the last lap. So, have a look at that result. It is close at the top. So, Race Lord 31.848. Nigel Mansell in 2nd. D-Locks in 3rd. Alex in 4th. Separated by 3 tenths. Then the gap down Stead in 5th. And then close the qualifying is between Stead, Johnny, Wacky, stuck in the grid. All within 2 tenths. And then really close down between Lee, Sprinkler, and Watsy and Stewboy. So only 1.5 seconds across the whole field. So that is a close qualifying there between all of the drivers. But I think the main ones to shout out from that is Stead there in 5th and Wacky in 7th. Going to be an interesting race for them. Let me know who you think has got this one in the bag, and we will get this one started and underway. Let me know who you think, who's your money on for this one. Also, 10 likes so far on the stream. If you haven't already, please hit the like button before we get the race underway. Let me know in the chat who you reckon is going to take the win here tonight. It's close between the top 4, and then it looks like there's a big battle for 5th coming this way as well. So let me know in the chat who you're here watching, who you're here to support, who do you think is going to win this one, who's going to take maximum points in round 5. Let's get this one underway. And see if Interlagos can deliver an absolutely cracking round 5. So, stand-in start for the drivers. So it is Race Lord on pole, Nigel Mansell in 2nd, D-Locks 3rd, Alex in 4th, Stead 5th, Johnny 6th, Wacky in 7th, and stuck on the grid in 8th. As we get the starters lights up, and we are on the way. Looks like no one jumped the start, which is good. Well, these Porsches are so slow off the line. As everyone moves into single file, Race Lord immediately goes to cover the inside, stopping the move going up the inside there. Nigel Mansell gets out wide there, but he'll have the inside for the second of the Senna S's, because it looks like something's gone round. We'll save the replay and we'll go back to that second with Race Lord in the lead at the moment. Nigel Mansell there in 2nd. D-Locks in 3rd. He's got a 100-second penalty for cutting the corner, so that's going to cost him, and that is in the worst place the penalty spot is here. It's as you go up the hill towards the start finish straight. Alex in 4th, Stead in 5th, Johnny 6th, Sprinkle up to 7th, Wacky dropping down to 8th, and he's got a 1/2-second penalty. Watsy in 9th, Stewboy in 10th, and Neville is stuck in the grid. He's got a 1/2-second penalty, and Lee there in 12th. So it was Lee that had the incident. Let's go back and watch it quickly so let's see what happened. So what play initially well, looks like Lee moves the inside wall, it's 4 abreast, and it's just that just looked like too many cars into a corner, and just Lee was the one that spat out, unfortunately. But what Lee, and see if he can come back in this one. He's not too far back, he's only 5.8 seconds, so hopefully he can pull that back and get himself onto the back of the field. Just needs to get his head down and push as hard as he can. At the moment, Race Lord still in the lead. has complete lap 1. But Nigel Mansell in tow. Everyone at the start finishing at the end of lap 1, which is good to see. Love that camera shot as he'll come down through the centre S's. Racing pulling out a little bit of gap. We can get that gap up to over a second, then it should break the slipstream, which is what he'll be trying to do. D-Locks in 3rd. So he served his penalty, then it's Alex in 4th. We've got Stead in 5th. Then we've got Johnny in 6th. And he's got Sprinkler all over the back of it. Ooh, Sprinkler going a bit sideways there, managed to keep it under control. We're looking at the inside, different corners to get a move done on. Better off staying behind the car in front and getting a lovely tow up the hill. But it looks like he's trying to make a move here before the hill. The best thing to do is just wait and get right on his gearbox with this car. You want to be right on him here. Use that slipstream, and he is. And got a better exit there, and he goes past Johnny and up into 6th place. Now, this is the interesting bit. He gets the turn off of Steed. He's going to be crucial. It looks like Sprinkler has got the pace and move done. And runs a bit deep. That's going to open up the door back for Johnny. Now they go side by side. And Johnny has got the move back done. Sprinkler's just gone a bit deep into turn 1. It's going to open up the door to Watsy behind. Now Watsy's gaining on behind. Not there, but nothing happened tonight. So Sprinkler in 7th, having a lovely sandwich battle with the Academy Esports team, Johnny and Watsy. So Watsy in 9th is Wacky, and back with stuck on the grid and Squidward. So the two cars from Cars, the Dynaco one of Wacky and the Living Queen one of Sprinkler, both with 2 Academy Esports drivers. Either side of him stuck on the grid there in 10th. And 11th we've got Stewboy. Lee is catching up. So Lee is only 2.7 seconds behind now, so he is catching up to the back of the field. So the pilot is thinking, why you do not wait? Anything is possible. He's still got 10 minutes. Next to the lead, Race Lord in the lead, but the gap is coming down. It's down to 7th, back up to 10th. So Nigel Mansell is going to push him. It looks like here. Nigel Mansell, new fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 31.808. And remember, everybody, that you get points, or you get a point, not points, you get a point for fastest lap. So, crucially, Nigel Mansell taking that point away. An extra point, and everyone knows that phrase. Points mean prizes. Just want to be careful you don't run too wide on the corner, just can't get a penalty there. Thank you everyone who has liked the stream so far. Getting ready, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Comes along like that. Open this up here. Let's go. We need to be halfway through this series. We'll have more series to come and also more challenging events. Potentially 24 hours. Well, here you say, he sort of pulled up a bit of a gap on this lap. He's going to respond here. See what his X times comes from here, and he's up by 10. Are we going to see a new fastest lap of the race? Lap 4. Let's see what he can do. And here's new fastest lap of the race, a 31.703 going to Race Lord. Nigel Mansell still in 2nd. D-Locks in 3rd, not too far behind. Alex is keeping him honest as well. There's no way to get to Stead in 5th. And we've got Sprinkler up in 6th now. with Johnny in 7th. Johnny is battling with Watsy. Will Watsy look for a move up the inside? He does. Johnny covers the door. So we've got Johnny in 7th, and we've got Watsy in 8th. Look at this battle behind. He's got up to the back of most. It's another fun battle now. Wacky battling away with Stewboy. Looks like Stewboy right there. That opens up the door to Lee. Lee gets the place up and up into the field. So he has pulled back up to the tail. He drops the inside. Stuck on the grid. Lee looks like a man on a mission. Stuck on the grid's gone round. Stuck on the grid's gone round. I think Lee couldn't go anywhere. He had no option but to drive into the side of him. So where is stuck on the grid here? He's further down than that. He was in 10th, I think. Here he is. Let's have a look here. Was a little tap from Lee. And that just sends him, sends him round. Stuck is down in 12th now. Nigel Mansell has responded with the fastest lap of the race at 31.576. So he really wants that extra point, and so he really wants to go and get himself the extra points for coming first as well. There is your top 4, all in one, top there. And then you can just see Stead coming round in 5th, and then he's got Sprinkler now. So Sprinkler looking to get himself a 5th place finish here, which is good from the qualifying position that he had. So Sprinkler in 6th, and then it's Watsy in 7th. He's got himself in front of Johnny, who's in 8th. With a better gap then back to Wacky in 9th. With Lee in 10th. And then Stewboy in 11th. And stuck on the grid, covering from that spin that we saw on the last lap. New personal best for this, so he's pushing hard. Anything's possible, still 5 minutes left in the race. Whoa, as we see, Nigel Mansell crossing over the curve there from the center rest. They're your top 4, still nice and close together. Only 1.6 seconds separating with 7 now Restored and Nigel Mansell. As I said, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. We always try and get the stream up to the magic 20 likes. We're currently on 11, so if you haven't already, please take 2 seconds just to hit the like button, and also in the chat, let me know who you think should be driving today. We're going to do it in the chat from that one. Like, this one you can then see who's voting and who's voting for who. So chuck the name there who you think driver of the day should be. Great camera angle there as we see all the cars coming through. It looks like at the moment Race Lord has got the pace to keep Nigel Mansell behind in 2nd. Deluxe then in 3rd. Alex is closing in now, he's in that slipstream. So he will gain going up the hill. Sprinkle has got past Stead for position, so he's up into 5th. Stead in 6th. In 7th, with Johnny in 8th, Lee in 9th, 10th is Stewboy, 11th is stuck on the grid, and then Wacky, he's got a penalty for something. Let's see if we can see happen at all, or is he already in the I don't know what's happened there, but 2nd penalty. Being really slow as well as we jumped on board for the replay, so that what's happened to Wacky there as he pulls into the pits, so maybe potentially a retirement. as we get Race Lord there. He's now 2 seconds in the lead. Hasn't set. Unless he thinks, is it about to rain? Could it be about to rain or if he's coming to the pits? Because it's getting extremely dark here at Interlagos. I don't think it is. Channel Race Lord pushing for fastest lap. Let's see what he can do. Crosses the line. New fastest lap goes to Race Lord 31.5. So if Nigel Mansell wants it, he's got to come and take it off. D-Locks in third, pulled out a little bit of a gap on Alex in fourth. And Sprinkle in fifth. Stead in sixth. Watsy in seventh. Johnny in eighth. And then Lee recovered well up to ninth so far. Stewboy in 10th. And then 11th is stuck on the grid. And Wacky in 12th, retired to the pits. Race Lord has got his lead up to 3 seconds. Is he going for a new purple lap? No, he's 4 tenths down. Oh, Nigel Mansell's got half second penalty. This is going to bring D-Locks into it. So if you look, the gap is 1.4 seconds, but half second penalty isn't actually a half second penalty. So if you look where Nigel's still lives it now, that gap will come down to about half a tap. And with the slips in there, we get half tap, 4 taps, 3 taps. Nigel Mansell's going to have to go extremely defensive into turn 1, which he does. D-Locks looks to go on the outside. And as they come through the centre resters, D-Locks is going to get a lovely time. This is the last lap as well. 46 seconds until the checkered flag comes out. We'll stay on board with this fight for as long as we can. Then we bring Alex back into it as well. He can see second and third. There's a race leader in the distance. I think D-Locks has just got to stay as close as he can through this infield section and then just try and get the toe. But at the moment, it's Alex that's closer to D-Locks. Who's going to get the podium places here? What of these drivers are going to miss out on a podium? Who's it going to be at these 3? There's about half a second between each of them. We will have to jump away from it in a second before Race Lord crosses the line. D-Locks just needs to get a cracking exit here. If he can just get that toe up the hill, we've got to jump over to Race Lord because he's going to take the win here for round 5. Here, Interlagos goes to Race Lord. It looks like it's going to be Nigel Mansell who takes second place, with D-Locks in third, Alex in 4th, Sprinkle will take 5th. It looks like as he comes across the line and takes 5th, Stead in 6th, Watsy in 7th, Johnny takes 8th, Lee comes through in 9th, Stewboy will come through and take 10th, with Stuck on the Grid in 11th, and Wacky, well, in the pits, retired there. But it is Race Lord who takes the race win and the fastest lap. So it is maximum points for Race Lord here tonight. Cracking race there from all of the drivers. Race Lord in the chat saying that was close, Nigel. It was close. You two were trading fastest lap for the whole of that race. 1 minute it was Nigel's, the next minute it was yours. Dave. So congratulations for the win. And running up the podium is Nigel there in second, and Deluxe in third place. And Alex just was out in places for the championship leader, having another solid race. Getting himself some good points on the board there. Sprinkler in fifth, he had a good race, came through the pack to earn himself some good points there. Stead with his best finish of the series there in sixth place, so he'll be extremely happy with that. And number 6 car finishing in 7th. And then Watsy in 7th. Johnny in 8th. Lee there having a cracking recovery drive. It was 5 seconds off the pack after the turn 1/2 incident in the 7 races, but he did really well. He recovered himself up to 9th place, so good result there for Lee, all things considered. Boy there in 10th, with stuck on the grid with that unfortunate incident that got him the spin there in 11th. And we'll try and find out what happened to Wacky. He was running really well, but ended up in the pits and retiring from the race. But there he is, your round 5 winner, going to Race Lord. So congratulations to Race Lord for pole position and a clean race, and obviously the race winner as well. Maximum points for him. It is just clarification of the results we just went through there. Very close on the fastest lap between Race Lord and Nigel Mansell. And there is the bottom half there. Right, everyone, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of seconds. The GR3 Masters. See you in a minute. tonight's live action. Here we are now for the GR3 Masters again at Interlagos for round 5 of their series. Just getting all the drivers into the room whilst we're waiting for them to get themselves into the room. We'll have a look at the championship standings. After round 1, see what's been going on in the tables here. So, Miguel there in 13th, Tyler there in 12th, Mario in 11th, with his unfortunate TV issues that cost him obviously quite a bit of points there. A track that is one of his favourite ones at Brands Hatch. It is now fixed, and he is back here. So he's in 11th, Kayla in 7th, Rich in 8th, Rich in 9th, stay on the table there. Rich in 9th, Mike in 8th, in the Mercedes in 75 points. Audio muted there in 7th, Race Lord 6th, with Sandance in 5th, Ryanu in 4th, then we've got Gavsky in the series, with Deluxe in 2nd, and Hugo leading the series with 99 points, 3 points and separates down to Deluxe. Gavsky then only 1 point off Deluxe, and Ryanu then on 86, Sandance 83, Raceward 82, Audio Muted 80. That is one very close top half of the table. And we do have a new driver joining in tonight, which is Oda. He is in the. So we've got another full assortment Uglies, full assortment of Mercedes, and then we've got one McLaren, one Ferrari, and one Lamborghini. Still one of each car, which is HSC. Let's give these guys the ready up for their qualifiers. These guys get a 10-minute qualifier. Because they have tyre wear. So anyone that's new to the series in the GR3 Masters, tyre wear is on. So you have to use the softs and you have to use the hard tyres. You can use them in the race whatever order you want. You can start on either of them. You do have to use each of them as the race goes on. And that does mean as well, with the tyre wear being on, that you do learn about being qualified. And we're going to see tonight, the soft tyres are not allowing us in at all. Weather does look fine, because that's the only thing that throws out the tyre wall. If it does rain, then you do not have to use both tyre compounds. Let's get the qualifying underway here for round 5 of the series at Interlagos, a very sunny Interlagos. Tim in the chat saying well done, all great racing, good luck in the GT3 Masters. So who's going to go first up this It always seems to be Mario. So Mario's car's going up that pit lane already. I've seen right new racing going out. Obviously we want to have a look at the new driver. So we can't find Connor. There he is. He's going to be there. So I'm looking for Connor to see what he can do. His first outing in the series. There he is. Lovely little car. The orange and pink there. we'll see what he can do in that Porsche here. Where is our championship leader? There it is. There's the championship leader. There is Hugo in the Mercedes. Now remember, watch those Mercedes off the line. They are so quick in getting off the line. With Interlagos being that slight gap, I think we're going to see some Mercedes absolutely fly. Another guy that I think will be good around here, we're watching on this qualifying lap, I think will be the Lamborghini of GR3. And there's the old Nigel Mansell and Chancellor. That was awesome. And really good. You and Racing played in fastest laps, one after the other. And another podium finish. And Nigel Mansell saying, let's go further. As we see here, the first one attacking the track in anger. Let's see what he can do. That Lamborghini just sounds incredible. It sounds so smooth. Is the best way of describing it. So when we were doing the testing for this series, this Lamborghini felt the fastest out of all. Now, saying okay, yeah, it's the fastest is one thing, but it was not really the tires. So, definitely a trade-off. I think round a track like this, we could potentially see this Lamborghini doing particularly well. Yeah, thanks Nigel, I had a really good break. 10 days away with the family in Turkey. It was definitely needed. Definitely enjoyed it. So Mario takes pole as it stands at the moment, and then Hugo takes off him by the narrowest of margins. Gavsky into second. We talk about the narrowest of margins. Look at that! Wow, look at that. Forward and fourth as well. And then Sandanza, oh look how close this qualifying is. Wow. I have to analyse these. There's audio music coming through. Where's Racing? Because he potentially could throw this qualifying around and then we'll go through the order. Because that is just ridiculous. So there's Delox, like he's close as well. So Sandanza on pole at the moment. Hugo. 9,000 of a second. Gavsky then 1,000 of a second, and then Mario. Look how close these gaps are. Mario's got pole by less than a tenth. So is Forda's pole by less than a tenth. That is just absolutely crazy. Kayla's going to be the next one to cross the line. Mario might get himself a lovely toe here. He was worried about the straight line speed of this Porsche, but this toe is going to help him. Is he improving on this lap, or are they going to come into the pits? Mario stays out. So where is Mario? I think he was like, oh, there he is. Improves. Just not off the pole. At the moment, half a tick for pole. Ryanu gets himself a time there. Forda up to second. So Forda not enough a pole up into second place. Where is Racing? He is on an outlap. See, he's about to start a flying lap. This qualifying is so close. Forda puts it onto the front open all of the pole. At the moment, it's the Porsches that seem to be the quick car around here because Sandanza in a Porsche, Forda in a Porsche, and Mario in fifth in a Porsche. They're so close together now. We're probably going to see Mario coming into the pits on this lap. I don't think I've ever seen a qualifying this close. This is insane close. Yes, Mario comes into the pits. We're going to see Hugo coming into the pits as well. Yep, these guys need new tyres. Gavsky into the pits. Everyone's diving into the pits from this front lot. Followed into the pits. Sandance's already done it because he's on his outlap now. Where is Racing? There is Racing. So we'll see what Racing can do because it's going to be his first flying lap. Can he get himself into the mix? Can he get that Ferrari up there? Crossing the line. He goes into 6th. He's in the mix as well. He's only a 10th and a half off the pole in 6th place. Order there. He's on that. These guys are now on outs. Sundancer is on a flying lap. As we have now got a minute and a half. Sorry, 2.5 minutes left. So all the way down to Mike in 8th place is 4 tenths off the pole. Deluxe in 7th is 1.5 tenths, just over 1.5 tenths off the pole. This is insane. Utterly insane these times these guys do. And bearing in mind as well that they're in 6 different cars. So Sandancer improving ever so slightly. Depends on what you did on this last corner. Who comes to spot across the track it looks like. There it is, it's Kayla's Lamborghini parked up nicely out of the way. Sandancer pushing on through here. Can he extend his pole position? Can Racing improve in 6th? Racing doesn't improve, neither does Sandancer. Where is Fodder's just coming through on a flying lap? See what their sector's like for Fodder. Is improving. Is improving, so but it wasn't a purple sector. It was a personal best per sector. See what we can do through the second sector, through the infield. Let's see what he can do here. Coming up to the next sector split. He is purple. Can he take pole position? Is he going to get an extra lap in? It's going to be so close. He might get another lap in after this as well. Here he comes to the line. This first outing in the series. Gavsky goes pole. So 38.875. Honor goes into second. Gavsky by 3 tenths of a second. Has taken provisional pole at the moment. And what is his last lap of the qualifying? He's done it in the Audi. The first driver to break into the 31s. Is anyone going to challenge that? I don't think there's anyone left to cross the line. I don't think any of these drivers left to go over the line. Well, we do have Riano on that, down in 10th. So who's in front of Riano? Is it like the likes of Audio Muted that he's finished? Kayla is finished. So we got Gavsky's I think he is trying to improve. Podder's finished. Sandance's finished. Hugo, but he's got a half-second penalty. And looks like maybe Mario. Let's see what Mario can do. He's heading for the line. No, he's not. He's going into the pits. So I think the only one that we've got left across the line is Rayano, if I can find him. Where was he? He was in 10th, wasn't he? Crosses the line. So it looks like it's this man on pole, the only driver to make it into the 31s in a ridiculously close qualifying session. Let's look at those lap times. So Gavsky taking the pole there, 31.875. Order in second. He's just below 3/10 off. But then look how close it is between Order in second, Sandance in third, Hugo in fourth, Mario fifth, Rich in sixth, Racelaw in seventh, Deluxe only half a second off of pole in eighth, Mike then 8/10 off pole, Ryanu in 10th, Giacala in 11th, and then Audio Muted in 12th. But watch those Mercedes as they go off the line, because they are rapid off the line. Right, tell the guys to set their tyres for the race starts, because as I said before, got to use the hards, got to use the softs, you get to pick what you start on. So we give all the drivers options of which tyre compound they want to use. And everyone will just give their ready symbols up there. What? Get over how close that qualifying session is. It's insane. Insane. Second down to 11th, all did 1:32s. Just ridiculously close. No, Audio Moot is not the medical car. We know how quick that Merc is off the line. I guarantee you, he's starting 12. It's not going to be 12 by the end of the first lap. With how fast that Mercedes is off the line, I wouldn't be surprised if he's up 7th, 6th, around that mark. Let's get this one underway here. Round 5 of the series, of the GR3 Masters. If these guys keep those lap times, this is going to be the closest race in history. Tyre strategy is obviously going to play a massive part here. Who starts on the soft? Who starts on hard? Let's have a look. Standing starts. Now watch Hugo's start in front place. We've gone with him because we know what that Mercedes is like. He's on the second row of the grid. The Porsche's in front of them, and then there's 2 Porsches on the front right. Let's have a look as we get the lights there and look on the way. And the Mercedes, look at it, it's right in the middle of that. Like I said, Hugo. It's going to smack himself up to the floor. What happened to Sandance there? He just looked at some brilliant. Here's Bodder in the port. Bodder in Porsche lead. Hugo is second in the Mercedes, and I said really fast off the line. Gavsky in third. Fourth, Rich has got himself up to fourth. That McLaren's had a good start. Deluxe in fifth, and he's on the hard. Pretty muted, sixth on the hards. All I tell you, that car is a rocket ship at the start. He's on hard tire in sixth. Mario's got second damage rear. Oh, Mario's got the damage floor. He's going to have to live with that damage until he pits. But he's on the hard tyre. That's going to cost him some lovely bit of damage there. Rafino in 8th, Racelaw down in 9th, Giacala in 10th, Mike in 11th. These guys are all on the hards. And Sandance on the softs, and he's got rear end damage. So it looks like that Sandance will get himself up into 11th. So he's got rear end damage. These guys are going to have to live with their damage because the damage does not disappear. Fodder in the lead, 1.2 seconds in front. So Fodder on the soft. In second half, Mercedes is a rocket ship in a straight line. Gavsky in third. Rich is definitely having a good race in that McLaren. And with the McLaren, he's coming into his own at Interlagos. And then you've got D-Locks. He's a front hard running driver, so he's only 4.7 seconds from 8 off the lead. It's going to be a case for drivers like audio muted here in 6th. How long can they keep his hard tyres along? If he's got Ryan behind him fast, he's getting him a lovely little gap at the front. And Ryan seems to be a little bit of a cork in the bottle here because he's then got Mario behind. Mario damage at the moment. But it is going to cost him some straight line speed. And the race with that 9th. He's on the hard tyre as well. All these guys are going back on the hard tyre. Race looking to get that move done. From his Mario's straight line speed is going to be compromised where he's got that front aero damage and that rear aero damage. You can see just how close Sundance is getting to the back of Mario and getting on through. He is on the soft tyre though, so he's got to make a way through the field here. He wants to use those softs as much as he can. Capitalise on them. Mario will just need to be patient. He will be able to get rid of that damage when he comes into the pits, and at least he'll be going onto the soft tyre as well, so he can come into the lap times there. Giacala on the hards. No damage for Giacala in the Lamborghini, and Mike, he's got front aero damage, but not too far off the pack or hard drivers. He just needs to stick with it as much as he can. It is Fodder in the lead by 2.6 seconds. Fastest lap of the race as well. The 1 minute 32.066. That's that 32.207. You go there, and the pressure out from Gavsky in third. Gavsky's tyres on the Audi looking in a lot better condition. My audio is quite quiet compared to the... Well, let me adjust that. Let me turn down the cars a little bit. Let me know what that's like. Is that any better? So Gavsky only 0.7 behind. But they got Rich not too far behind as well. So Rich having a great race in that McLaren. Car that's not been, hasn't really had a track that's been able to come into its own. But maybe this is that track. And then D-Lock's just a cracking job on the hard tyres. He always does the struggling. He always likes to start on hard and then move himself on to soft towards the end of the race. Still a long way to go in this one, 24 minutes remaining. So Deluxe is going around doing 1 minute 34s. So about 2 seconds lap slower than the soft R. Audio muted in 6th. Context best. Audio muted, who was in 6th. And is now in 7th and about to get double overtaken by all of it is free wide. Mario in the chat said unbelievable. What's happened to Mario? Mario's in the pits, now coming out of the pits. So, what happened to Mario earlier on in the lap? Mario going for a 2-stop. Might as well at this point. Absolutely hammer down. Fodder 3.8 seconds in the lead. Now his tyres are about to die a death. Maybe got one more lap left in them, but it looks like, yep, he's staying out for one more lap. Hugo's tyres, he is staying out for one more lap, but he is on borrowed time with them tyres, I'm telling you that now. Gowski in foot, he's got tyre life. He can go a little bit longer into this race. Rich could probably do one more lap after this. D-Locks in 5th. Obviously he's on the hard, so he can run forever. Ryano on the hard in 6th. Race Lord in 7th. He's on the hard. Sundance's tyres are dying a death. So he'll be coming into the pits shortly. Audio muted in 9th. He's got a while left on his tyres. Obviously he's on the hards. Kado on the hards as well. Right with this back. Mike in 11th. He's on the hards. And then Mario, who's just come in here and is on the softs. So we'll see what Mario can do with those soft tyres. But here we go. Are we going to see follow? I'd be surprised if we didn't see Fodder coming into the pits at this point. Let's have a look. 4-second lead. And yes, Fodder into the pits. Hugo into the pits. Gowski into the pits. Rich into the pits. D-Locks will stay out and he will take the lead of the race because he's on hard tyre. Ryanu will stay out, still on race hold. Sandancer is into the pits, it's all the soft runners are coming into the pits at once. And then Mike will stay on out. He'll get himself up a load of positions up to 6th. Maybe 7th. Before that is out of the pits. Might be a side-by-side between Mike and Fodder here. I think we're just going to see the Mercedes. There he goes. There goes Mike. So Fodder has got his change done around the 10-minute mark. So at the moment, D-Locks in the lead of the race. Yet to pit. Same for Ryanu there in 2nd. Race in 3rd on the hard tyres. Audio muted up to 4th now. I'll break that with Gear Caleb. The old Mercedes and Lamborghini battle. Here comes Gear Caleb. Gear Caleb going for the inside and getting the move done. Giancarlo getting himself up in position, but then losing it back to already rooted there. I did think I saw in the background. Yes. So Mario's got himself up to 11th. Sandanza's pitted for hard tyres. Mario will need to pit again. I think he's bought himself a bit of a gap here. Anything's possible. Now, change for position. So there between Gasly and Hugo. So it looks like, there we go. Gasly getting himself in front of the Mercedes of Hugo. And that is for second place. Once all the pit stops are done. Fastest lap of the race is still with Robert, 32.066. So look at how we get on with the 167 already. Please hit the like button. We try and get the stream every week. Please, more than 20 of you watching. So if you haven't already, please hit the like button. Just click it now, get it over and done with it out of the way. And show your support to the drivers. These two having a great look down. I said this is podium places once the pit stops done. Here's your race leader once the pit stops done. He's coming up to the back of the ordinary Giancarlo fight. And those guys are still yet to pit. Interlagos is 14 seconds up the road on the hard tyre. Let's go back to the Mario Sandanza. So Mario's pulled out another second. Someone tells me I don't think. So we're not even halfway through the race yet. Hard tyre on Interlagos, for example, that's been running since the start of the race, is he could probably do another 6 minutes, but it's not like he's down in the 35s now. The soft tyre is 3 seconds out first on that, but won't last long. It's just anyway. I think the non-stop is the fastest strategy, but we've got a car rounding in the barrier. Who is that? They're further down there. Hugo! No! What's happened to Hugo? The championship leader. So he came down from his centre races. He was in a podium position. Done the first one okay, second one. What? He's been having such a good run. Good thing must come to an end. See if he can recover some points back, because he's still got drivers in front to pit. He's now got Mario run behind him, obviously Mario on the soft. Hugo doesn't need to pit again though. That's put, potentially, I think that's put Rich into a podium position in the McLaren, so he'll be extremely happy with that. And there's our lovely, every time we do the replay, the refueling warning. People on screen, which is great. But at the moment, Rich is looking on for a podium. Interlagos' tyres are not wearing great. Same for Renault, probably in the Audi. Race Lord's tyres are actually better than the Audi. Ferrari is looking after its tyres better than the Audi in front. Now that might give me the opportunity in the next 3 minutes to use the next 2 laps, use a bit of the tyre and get the move done on the Renault before getting onto the soft car. How are Gear Kayla's tyres looking? Because that Lamborghini, not too bad. Better than Audio Mutants in 5th, so it looks like the Mercedes is the worst for tyre wear. Well, this is going to be interesting. Fodder, who after the pit stop, who was back in the lead of the race, is now coming up to traffic. So will the traffic play part in this tonight? Now, obviously the guys in front are not obliged to get out of his way. There's no blue flags. This is pole position. They're not being lapped. Fodder gets a lovely toe, though. That's the benefit of this. You will get a toe, but then you've got to make the overtake. Audio would run a little bit wide there. We'll park on the next part of the centre S's. Fodder's going to get a lovely, lovely toe down this back straight, but that Mercedes is a rocket ship. That Porsche is just never going to overtake that Mercedes in the straight line. Twisty stuff that the Porsche is better. Look at this whole infield section that they're going into now. This is the bit that he'll be able to use that for. The time that this is going on, He's just getting that a little bit closer. Fodder just desperately looking for a way past. All you need to say, no mate, it's good position. I'm not getting out of your way. If you want it, you come get it. And still, this has been going on for a lap now. Fodder, 3 seconds down on this personal best. Obviously, that personal best was set on softs. Gansky now only 4.2 seconds behind. And he got hit right up the gearbox now. Race Lord into the pits. Here we go. Audio Muted's got the inside. Send him Fodder to the outside into turn 1. Gets the drive out of the centre S's. Audio Muted just using that Mercedes power. Gatsby now only 3.7 seconds behind. Rich. Oh, we got spinner. Who has spun? It was Gear Kayla. Let's have a look at what happened there to Gear Kayla. So, no one else around him, so it looks like he's just... Oh, is it going to be that horrible? Yeah, there we go. Oh, goes one way. Kept out of the barrier. Lamborghini is a handful, especially when the tyres get worn down as much as they are. So, Gear Kayla in 8th, Hugo in 9th, Race Lord's come out in 10th, Sandanza in 11th, Mario's coming for another set of softs, and he's in 12th place. Now, are we going to see a double stop from anyone? D-Lox is still going, his tyre wear is and in 2nd, he stayed out. Fodder has been released. Gavsky in 4th at the moment. Mike in 5th. He's still going. He's yet to pit. Rich in 6th. He has pitted. Hugo up to 7th. And and he's got Race Lord right behind him, and Race Lord is on the soft side. So we're going to see an overtake here between Race Lord and Hugo. And Race Lord goes through. He's on the faster tyre now. Race Lord up to 7th place. Hugo down to 8th. Sandancer in 9th. Audio muted in 10th now. It's on the soft tyre. Kayla in 11th on the softs. Mario only 5 seconds behind Kayla. Into the pits. Will we see Ryanu come in? Got a half-second penalty to serve on the next lap as well. This is going to give Fodder the lead back. What's happened to Gavsky? Gavsky's 8 seconds behind Fodder. What's happened to Gavsky? Gavsky's got damage. What's happened to Gavsky? Let's see if we can see what happened on the replay. We can't. We already missed it. Gavsky's got front aero damage and front wheel damage. Rich is right behind him now. He's got to survive 8 minutes with the damage to Gavsky. Now, where is Deluxe coming out of the pits? There he is, and there's Rachel behind. Deluxe is 80 seconds behind Rich. Deluxe on the soft, Rich is on the hards, so is Gavsky with the damage. Deluxe could be on for a second place here. He could easily be on for a second place. Should all over the place here as we head towards the final 6.5 minutes. Race Lord on the softs. Hugo on the hards, but I'm looking more. Sandancer on the hards. Mango on the softs now though. He's got himself that half-second penalty. He's in 8th. He could potentially get himself up a couple of places towards the end of the race. Audio muted on the softs. Yeah, Kayla there in 10th. 11th going to Mike. He's on the softs. And Mario only 1.7 seconds behind Mike. Mario is 2 stopped. And he's on a warm set of softs. But he has not enough time to get him to the end. Fodder, 9 seconds in the lead of this race. With the fastest lap as well. Gavsky holding on with that damage. Look how close Deluxe is getting though too. Rich, this is going to be interesting. This is another thing. Who's going to get the podium spots? It's between Gavsky, Rich, Deluxe, and Race Lord's only 3 seconds behind. Let's go on board with Deluxe. He got the move done. Let's go. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. My apologies. Fat fingers. Deluxe got the move done. He's right on the back of Gavsky now. Audi versus Audi. Gavsky living with that damage. It's going to be horrible for him. He can hardly turn. And there we go. Gavsky's got the inside though. Deluxe looking to go on the outside. Ooh. Gets it done. Right on the outside and bangs it across the curbs. Gavsky going to fight this one back, but he's got front damage, which isn't going to help him at all. He's just getting that slipstream, getting that slipstream. Because now Gavsky's got to fight off Rich. Rich has only 8 attempts now. Off of Gavsky. But Race Lord is only 1.2 seconds off of Rich. Race Lord can see 2nd place. His tyres are warm. But can he do it? Ryan in 6th. He's got a lot of soft tyre left. rated in 7th. He's doing really well now. He's on the soft tyres. Hugo in 8th on the hard tyre. Giacala in 9th. On the soft tyre. Mike's up to 10th. He's got past and Dancer in 11th, who's on the hards. Mario's tyres, they will probably last the last 2 laps, but he's going to have no tyre left. It's probably going to be slower than being on hards. It's falling back into it, but I think the tyre's just going to give out, unfortunately. Ford 8.6 seconds in the lead with the fastest lap still. Another 2 laps. I mean, Dinox in 2nd. Gatsky 3rd. Rich there. There's race all now for company. McLaren versus Ferrari. Race all inside into the 7Ss. Takes 4th place now. Can he get off to Gowski? Can he take a final podium place off of Gavsky, or can Gavsky hold onto it in the Audi? At the moment it's Porsche, Audi, Ferrari, Mercedes taking the top 8. Have a look at how we're doing the lights as we head into the final parts of this race. Come on, guys, if you haven't already, please hit the like button. We need to get it over 20 before the end of the stream, as these guys head towards the final lap of the race. Only 4 tenths now between Gavsky and Racelord, and Gavsky obviously with area damage going to cost him some great line speed. Racelord's tyres are dying a death. That's going to cost him some time as well. Yes, here we go. Let's see if Racelord can get it done out of the centre S's. Gavsky's got some good drive out there. Gavsky's got the tyres. Racelord's got the straight line speed. Gavsky survives another lot of corners. Here we go. Is he going to be now? Oh, Racelord looking to the inside level, to the outside. Is he going to try and go all the way around the outside? Has he got the tyres to do that? Gavsky's got the inside. Racelord's going to look to go for the cutback. And they try and cut back again here. Gavsky just covering off, planting his Audi, so that Racelord cannot get round him. Racelord on the inside. Gavsky almost round. And Gavsky down into 5th. Racelord up to 3rd. We've got to look at Fodder, because he's coming round to take the race win with the fastest lap. And it is the round 5 winner going to Fodder in the Porsche. 2nd goes to Dinox, the reverse strategy man strikes again. Racelord will take 3rd in the Ferrari. 4th goes to Rich in the McLaren. 5th to Gavsky in the Audi. 6th to Ryano in the Audi. Audio Muted will come through to take 7th place, and it looks like we've got a bit of a battle in the background there. Hugo will take 8th, Giacala in 9th, Mike in 10th, and then Mario 11th, and Sandancer in 12th. Look what happened at the end there. But there's your race winner going to Fodder. Anyways, and the fastest lap as well. Let's just have a look at applications there. So for that race win and fastest lap to him. D-Lock's second, as I said, the reverse strategy man strikes again. Race Lord in third. Fourth going to Rich. Fifth goes to Gavsky. Sixth to Rayanu. Seventh, audio muted. Hugo in eighth. Geekayla in ninth. With Mike in 10th. Mario 11th. And Sandancer in 12th place. Ooh. Hold on, one more lap, says T-Lux in the chat. Wow. Congratulations to everyone that tuned in tonight and watched. Thank you all for your support. Congratulations to all the drivers as well. As I said, we'll be back next week for round 6. Don't forget the drivers will come into the points this time. So might mix things up a little bit in the series. So as I said, we'll be back next week for round 6 of the series. Well, next week, let's just have a look. Refresh my memory. So we are. Oh yes, of course, we are Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. So the Formula One's there at the weekend, and then we're there on the Monday. So tune in next week for that one. Thank you everyone for watching. Catch you in next round on next Monday.